Dear students, in our previous video we have discussed about mod 8. How we can design mod 8 using 7490. So whenever it is 8 count, we supposed to make that as 000. So means we need to reset it. So we need the valid counts in a mod 8 is 0 to 7. So as soon as this a most significant bit become high, we supposed to reset that. Since this bit was high, this output will be provided for both the reset pins in order to make this count work as a mod 8. Now in the today's class we just discuss how we can realize for mod 9. Mod 9, the valid counts are 0 to 8 or 4 zeros to 1,000,000. So as soon as the count reach 1001, we supposed to reset it. So if you just look into this is your least significant bit QA, this is the most significant bit QD. As soon as this QA and QD both are 1 1, we supposed to reset the count. So QA is the output of mod 2, MR1 is the reset pin of mod 2. So what I do, I just connect this QA to MR1 and QD. As soon as this QD become 1, it has to reset mod 5. So connect this QD to MR2. So by doing this, we can able to reset as soon as the count become 9. So now the count will be 0 to 8. So what if it is 6? If it is 6, so QB and QC will be high. So these two high inputs, we need to connect it to MR1 and MR2. For mod 6, the valid counts are 0 to 5, 0, 1, 0, 1. So as soon as it becomes 6, it has to reset. So when it was 6, it is QB and QC. This QB and QC are high. So these I inputs, if I connect to these reset pins, it can able to reset this. So this QB I will connect to one of the reset, QC I will connect to another reset. Or else, if we want to monitor, it has to be done in this particular instance of time itself. So sometimes what happens, when we provide this QB and QC both are high, we are giving it to the reset pins, there will be a high chance that it will not reset. Means like 0 to 5 is supposed to count. Sometimes what happens, it will start from 1 and it will end up at 5. So we'll never be getting the result like all zeros. So by chance if you find any such errors, the changes what you can make it like QB and QC, give it to an AND gate. So the output of this AND gate you connect it to both the reset pins. This is what the changes you can able to do it. So there will be an high chance that you will not be getting any reset errors at that time. So I hope you understood this. So whenever it's not resetting to the 0, only in that case, QB and QC connected to an AND gate. When both of these are high, the output of the AND gate is high, this I output will be connecting to both the reset pins of mod 2 and mod 5. So what if it is mod 5? Mod 5, so it counts 0 to 4. When QC and QA are high, it has to reset. So at that time what you can do, QA is the output of the mod 2. So this output you give it to MR1, QC output you give it to MR2. So that always will help you to get all discrete states between in the count what you are implementing. So what if it is mod 7? We just look into that. Of mod 7, the valid counts are 0 to 6. As soon as it becomes 0,111, it has to reset. So earlier case what happened, when it is mod 8, only one bit was high, we short that and provided to both the reset pins. In case of 9 and in case of 6, 5 and all, what we did, we just connect one of the I input to MR1, one of the I input to MR2, we can able to reset it. Now there are 3 bits are high. what we do, once all these three are high, only then it has to reset. So we just extract these three inputs and give it to an AND gate. When the output of the AND gate is high, only then we provide it to this reset pins. So we have only two inputs AND gates, right? So now QA, QB, QC, when all these three are high. So you can just extract QA and QB, give it to an AND gate. So the output of this AND gate, give it to QC, or else I just connect it like this. Then you connect it to both the reset pins. So when QA and QB connected together, this output means if both are 1, 1 only, then the output of this AND gate will be 1. And that we are ANDing with QC. So if all the three are 1, only then this output will be 1. So at that time we are resetting both MR1 and MR2. So we can able to achieve this mod 7. Or else, since it is a lab problem, I am just telling all these things. If it was a theory concept, then directly we could provide all three inputs to an AND gate, extract the output of the AND gate, connect it to this. But when we are doing it in the real hardware components, we don't have a 3-input AND gate over there. So we are just reducing it to 2-input AND gate. Or else what the alternative we can do it, connect all this QA, QB, QC to an NAND gate. Because in the lab, as we know, we have a 3-input NAND gate. We can provide this to a 3-input NAND gate. We know what is the output of a 3-input NAND gate. So whatever the output we are expecting across AND, it will be reverse, right? So this directly I can't provide. This I can pass it to an inverter. That inverter output I can give it to MR1 and MR2. In that way I can still reset the count when it is 7. The reason why I told this alternative is just because this every gate is having a delay. So there will be a minute delay across this, and suppose if the count is not resetting proper, only in that situations you can just go with these. Otherwise it can work easily with this, and also we know the delay what we are getting is of few nanoseconds. It is not noticeable. Sometimes whenever you stuck up in the problem that it's not resetting proper, only then you can try out of these alternatives. That's it. So I just repeat, whichever the mod we are realizing. Okay, in this mod, what are all the varied states? What particular states we need to reset? So in this mod, it was this state we need to reset. So in this state, what are all the bits are high? So we need to provide these high inputs to the reset pins. Since there were 1 high input, 2 high input, we could connect it easily. Now there are 3 high inputs. I can't connect it directly. That's the reason I'm using this AND gates in between. So it has to decide, or it has to give the result only when all these 3 bits are high. Only then I'll be resetting. So similarly, you can design for any given mod. So I've explained with decade counter. By default it works when both of this given to ground. By default it works like 0 to 9. What if in case of 9? What if in case of 8, 7, 6, 5? What if in case of 4? Still we can do it. So we'll not be working anything with the mod 2 in case of 4. We can leave this open also, not a problem. Only when we are concatenating these or cascading both the counters, then we need to take care of reset of both the counters. Otherwise we can just concentrate on one particular count, because mod 4, what was the result we are getting here is within this, right? So just reset whenever this bit is high, that is QC is high, just reset it. That's it. We can just reset MR2, still we can able to do it. Or else what we can do when it is mod 4, mod 3, something like that, we may skip to use this mod 2. Instead of providing clock to this and then the output of this is a clock for the next stage, we can just discard this mod 2. directly provide the clock to mod 5 and make this work like a mod 3, mod 4. What if it is mod 2? Provide only or work only with mod 2. In that way, we can able to design for any given mod based on the inputs of the examiner. Thank you.